Okay, so this is using the concepts of oxidation states to balance a redox reaction. So we've got what kind of this is a manganate ion reacting with an iron ion inside acid, so there's H plus ion from the acid, and it produces a manganese ion and an iron 3 plus ion, and then you've got some water there. So what you first do is you identify where all the oxidation states are of each one. Now, in some cases, we know that the oxygen is always oxide is always -2, hydrogen is always +1, and then we've got the solo charge, the Fe2 plus on its own is obviously going to be +2, and hopefully you should know how to work out the rest of them. So that's the first step. The second step is you identify the ones that have changed. The oxygen stayed the same, the hydrogen stayed the same, but the manganese changed from +7 to +2, so it's a change of -5, and the iron changed by increasing by +1. So what we want is for the total oxidation number to be the same on to be zero basically. So one of them will go down by -5, and the other one to go up by +5. And the only way that we can do that is by multiplying it by 5, and then you're going to have the total oxidation state of the change of the iron is going to be +5, and with the manganese is -5. So that's step 3. Now, however, if we look at the charges, they don't balance out. Now, for a moment, we're going to ignore the H plus ion. The reason for that is because we're going to use that later on to finish balancing the charges. So just you'll see what I mean. So if you ignore the H plus ion, and we first of all we look at the total charge. So we've got 5 times the 2 plus, adding to 10 plus, and then we've got this -1, which means the total charge of the reactants is 9 plus. Over on the right hand side, we've got the 2 plus 5 times 3 plus adds up to positive 17. So we've got 9 plus going to 17 plus. So we need to balance that. So what we do is just use the H plus ions to balance the charges out. That's fine because it's in acid, so it just collects all the H plus ions it needs, and then you write the 8 over here. So so once you've added the 8 to the acid to the hydrogen, you then finish balancing the atoms the way you would normally balance an equation. So if you go over here, you add a 4, so as the hydrogens are now balanced, and you check out the oxygens, you check out everything else basically. The iron is already balanced, the manganese is already balanced, and luckily the oxygen is also balanced. So that's basically the end of that one there. So we're going to go at some other examples of using the same method. Follow that one as a template and see if you can do these ones here, which I think are going to be the same, or maybe not actually. Okay, well, anyway, that's a template on how to do it. We might get some more examples of how to do other ones ourselves. Okay.